Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the evening shift. I will be your host, Lance Corporal Liru here. We're going to be making a bunch of missions tonight. Upstairs, Bloodwing is with one of our mutual friends working on cosplay, so if you hear any background feedback, it is just that, so don't worry about that. We're going to be pretty much working on... I don't know why, I'm just in a random mood to make all of these missions tied to the scenario here, so we're just going to be working on that for the most part, and I am going to be getting everything set here with all of these units. So if we're going to be working on all of these operations, hold up. Yeah, these two modules we're going to go ahead and keep so I can put them down. How you doing, Ghost Wolf? How's the updating going? I really want to get all of my mission files done. Mainly, I want to get the 4 remaining mission files for this done, and I have to build Pogs, Karma Cuts, a Half-Life file, and a Vietnam file. And if I can get that all done tonight and through tomorrow morning, then I can focus on everything else like the Daisy Pay for Pay and all this other shenanigans stuff that I gotta work on. But we'll, for this one, we'll go in order here. So with this one, we'll have the arsenal down. But like I said, suffice to say, there's a lot to work on. How you doing, Guth? But yeah, no, with me set that way... Actually, hold up. Let me just grab him. How many do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll do 14, and if there's overflow... Yeah, we'll do it like that. Attributes. Doctor. It would be individual, though. Why am I not seeing that? There we go. Set that as playable. And then I'm gonna need an ammo box. Which actually we can just put in here. I'm trying to think here. I think the best way to do that actually would be to grab the previous box that existed, which is here. And then let's go forward back with everything. It's Control Y, but I always misbind the hotkey at times. And that's gonna be, we gotta set all those to playable. Server update is done. Only 4 mods have updated. The rest, the server's not broken yet. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost Wolf. We'll take all the time you need. I mean, after we do the wipe. We're still good to do the wipe by the end of the month, right? After the Pay for Pain event at Friday. As long as that's ready to go, then by all means, take all the time you need for the next build. No rush. Alright. Sounds good, broski. Good, dead, tired, but with enough energy to watch this. It was fine, Gooth. I just really realized that if I'm going to take vacations, it should only be in a few day intervals, and, you know, from there, just work on what I can. So I'm doubling it to 6 more, so 32, it's a factor of 8. 8 times 5 would be another 40, so let's just bump this up to... We'll bump that up to that. I'm doubling the amount of GLs. Put that up to 18. 2 kit bags, 2 carry-alls. Yeah. We're doubling the amount of SMAs. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Yeah. Okay. What else am I gonna put in here? Hey, righto, Party Crasher. Yeah, Party, we could very well do a follow-up where, again, the French forces rescue the guy that was left behind by, or from the Wagners. Again, multiple training ops, you know, you can always build things on top of each other. Go put that in my op suggestion channel. I might actually get to that and do it for next Tuesday. We'll see. But I gotta get through another, like, 10 ops before I get to that one, broski. But yeah, if I remember it by maybe Thursday, then we can put it in. Speaking of stuff here. And then we need the orange smoke. Now, what did I want to come in here for? We're missing blood. We'll do 10 blood bags, 2 more personal aid kits. And then whatever vehicles they bring back, we're going to put in this mission file anyhow. And then, you know, anyone that came in is, you know, going to be saving and loading their kits anyhow. So that's why that item account is so low. But I'm going to basically build it off of whatever vehicles they've brought in for that next mission. I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost Wolf. But all right, so that's our start. And then we're going to have a convoy come in. That convoy I'm going to build in Zeus. But we had 2 AA positions. One was over here, and then the other one I think I put over here. So I need some sort of outpost position to put right here. So let's go into Pacific. Fortifications medium, AAA position. I mean, that's perfect. Now, we just replace that with something else, and then I'm going to put... No, I don't want to do a cargo tower. I want to do a cargo post, so I guess I might have to go into small here. Yeah, so what if we replaced... some of those. And we just built that up as a fortification piece. And then we go into here, anti-air. Put the radar trailer right there. And we can do the SAM trailer there. What we'll have to do then is I need to put like a little vehicle storage site next to it. So, vehicle... I think that would be under support. Yeah, vehicle shed. Nah, I did not like that one bit. Yeah, I'm thinking more of a camo net, though. Or we could literally do this. I rip that off. Fit that over there, and then we literally put the trucks aside like that. That could work. Take out the generator. And then we just go into here. And that's going to be... Truck Transport 1 and Truck Transport 2. And I want to angle that like that. And now we got to build this up. Spartan, you can. Type ! Discord, jump into my Discord, shoot me a DM, and we'll discuss things. It's really tough to, like... How do I put this? A month ago, my rates were super high. I slashed them in half, and then I booked 18 missions in a week. So now they've climbed back up again. But we'll try to work something out. Because I always like working with people, but my calendar is so packed, literally to the end of the year. So we'll try to make something work, broski. More than happy to, but yeah, it's gonna be hell. But yeah, no, we'll talk and get that sorted, broski. All right, I'm gonna start making a garrison here. We're going to fit that in. I'll leave it open. I could sandbag it, but I kind of like giving him the extra space. Yeah, righto, broski. Feel free to stick around. We're going to be doing mission dev all day today. Let's put in N-Law. Oh, the N-Law. That's what I wanted. 1 second. I'm like, I want the single-shot AT for them as well, but I completely forgot. N-Law. Perfect. We need at least one squad leader out and about here. And I think the rest we could do. We can do a few engineers because of, you know, the nature of this. You'd at least want 1 or 2 on hand to work with this equipment. So we can have 1 here and then a heavy just to, you know, make sure the SAMs are working fine. And then the rest of these guys, I mean, it is an AA site, so I would like to put a SAM guy there as well. A field officer to kind of keep things sorted here. He also works as an RTO. And then the rest can be standard riflemen. Now, this is mission 2, and they know that there's a prison break at this point, but they still haven't, like, super fortified everything yet, because they don't really understand the nature of what's going on. So it's not going to be super up and fortified just yet, but, you know, there's going to be a bit of an added garrison. People are going to be at a bit of a heightened awareness of what's going on, and yada-da. Now, let's start building this position. We got another AA position to do here. Now, this one's going to be a bit tougher because this one you can't really drive things over this bridge. So it'll have to be things that are helicopter ported. So in order to do that, usually... I mean, you could technically tow stuff with that, but I am going to do... We're going to have one of these guns down. And then I'm going to have a radar and then a SAM piece. Not really any fortifications here. It's just going to be a simple SAM site like this. The harbor is going to be another interesting thing, though. But we'll get to that in a second. Is there anywhere we can get the mod pack you're using for that, what I'm making? Party, no. Usually I only release mod packs dependent on if I'm doing things in certain communities like my own. I'll release the mod packs for. However, this is the 506th mod pack. The only way to get their mod pack is to join their community. And that's also because they made the mod pack. I don't have any right to distribute what they made without their go-ahead, because otherwise that kind of breaches trust and whatnot, and, I've been handed some really interesting things in the past that I want to, keep to myself. Not saying from the 506, I'm saying from other communities. Because, yeah, it's fun stuff. Especially some of the Russian mods, man. But, oh, you're not supposed to technically have your hands on that stuff. But they've got BMPTs, man. Oh, that, what was that match? No, it was BMP2Ms with the twin tow launchers on the side, man. That was some good stuff. That was with WOG versus Solid Games. Yeah, those PvP matches were intense. I'll do a triple build up right here. I'm just trying to think, how do I want to build this up today? First thing I need is an armory, because this is meant to be a raid, a point raid on that position as well. So if we had to do CEI, do I have the ability to make a military garrison out of one of these positions so I can convert one of those hangars into... Yeah, not what I necessarily wanted, but... If I were to do an interior fill on this position, though, yeah, alright. We're going to have to custom garrison build, which is fine. What if we did 1 or 2 hard points? Maybe we could have the armory as one of those sections. That could work. Let's see what we can pull apart from these areas here. No. Now, this would make sense because it is a heliport. I can move these and put them somewhere else. I think these are the Arma 2. No, that is a vanilla one. Okay. Yeah, and then I want to externalize the security piece here with more Hescos. This will take me a hot second. Hey, Jay, welcome. Hey, party, by all means, make an ops for yourself. That's how it all begins, you know what I mean? Oh, that is not straight at all. Oh, well. Best way to learn op dev is to practice on yourself. Well, I mean, that can be said for a lot of things. Op dev, Shibari, pick your poison. So here's the deal. This, for the second mission, if you weren't here for the previous stream today, we built a... Here, I can just show you guys, F it. And this helps me build stuff in the back of my head for everything. But to get you all up to speed, I'm going to show you the master file we made of this whole campaign. And I'm going to literally develop this whole campaign tonight because I feel like it. Yeah, right? What's that? I mean, that does help. That's always funny, though, when people randomly bring up people like Northern or Luton09, and I just go, oh, yeah. And then I give them my 2 cents on them, and it's funny how that all goes full circle.
Team 6 now.
Striking Eagle, how you doing, broski?
And here is a Liru in his natural habitat deliberately trying to make missions so he can pay his mortgage.
you know me too well. Thanks for the 16-month resub and your $2.50 donation to the Lance Corporal Liru Mortgage Fund. That's what, $2.50 down and another 500,000 to go because it sucks. Nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Merchicom, are you the same Merchicom that played the op today? Or was that yesterday? Because I could have sworn we had a Merchicon sign up to play an op either from today or yesterday, but I could be wrong. But anyway, this is the master file we made. I literally wrote down these 3 points, and then I broke them down over here. That was you? Right, Broski. Hope you're doing okay. I then wrote these points down, and then we basically built the mission, and I labeled flags. So we built mission 1 already, got that submitted. They then sent me an image saying they got these weird errors when they tried to load the mission on the server, and then I laughed at it because the server basically said it was missing Deformer. But we're not using Deformer in this campaign, so that was just part of the mod set. And then whoever loaded the mission also was missing client-side add-ons, which means they were missing mods, period. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the mission file. Your server's being weird, and whoever sent those pictures is being weird. But I digress. We're working on this mission right now, which is going to be basically intercepting a convoy in Harcourt, which I'm going to build through Zeus. I already built that AA site. I put a few things down for that AA site. They're going to point raid this position for destroying some aircraft and grabbing some supplies and then bringing it back. And then going over to this position, and then I wrote a note down here saying, in the pullback, make it Call of Duty style. So chase them with some helicopters, give them a good show of pulling back while they're fighting aircraft, and they'll eventually back off. Third mission will then be around this area. Fourth mission, this area, and then the fifth mission will be actually getting out of the AO. I think the toughest mission to build is going to be mission 4 because I'm going to have to really custom dev this stuff over here. I've already decided one of these is actually going to be a missile site, and then the other one, this is going to be the missile site, and that's going to be like a command and control site for all the cameras. But that's what I'm referencing as I build this other file. You remember the Gilly Wookiees in the first op? You took over for Luton, that stalked the character, you remote controlled and offed you, and then wiggled no at you. I don't watch that, but knowing how wild the Luton days were back in the day, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, head crap-induced panic. I mean, it was the finale op, so that's why it was so difficult, but that's pretty damn funny. Yeah, that I have as a debug. We could put them down right here, though, and then I can also build that area up, but we'll get there when we get there. That was a you moment? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, we're just going to be building a HESCO perimeter here out of this fence, and then I'll be building this base up, essentially to fit the requirements I put in that mission. But as the mission command does suggest, I am procrastinating by building this campaign, because I'm just in a mood to build it. I will randomly get in moods to build certain scenarios up, and I'll do it. I'll literally spend the next 6 hours building the next 4 missions of this campaign, because, simply put, I'm in the mood to do it. But my best work usually comes out of, at least in the Eden editor, is when I'm in a certain mood to build certain things. My best work in Zeusing is usually when I don't have a plan of what's going on and I just let spontaneous shit happen. An example, the last 506 mission from 2 weeks ago where we made that Call of Duty style pullout and we had literally like rocket barrages going around them, and it was absolutely awesome. From the player perspective, some of them told me that was the most fun they had in Arma in a hot second, but that was all improv. That was literally all just, yeah, we can do it. F it. Why not? They're taking too long in this one section. Let's just make this other section dope as hell. That's the fun about Zeusing, which you can't get from an AI or LAMs or whatever. If you just moderate the file, it's cold. The experience isn't properly tailored. It's just, limited to what an AI can do. That's one of the main divides I have over that school of thought. But, some people prefer one thing, some people prefer the other, and by all means, Arma's a sandbox. You can play it however you want. You just won't find me playing any of that AI-generated stuff unless it's with good friends. In which case, the content isn't from what the Zeus can provide you or the mission can provide you. It's what your friends can do to make you laugh. Alrighty, so we got this perimeter going here. We have these extra subsections. I'm going to build up the rest of the AO and then come back to these. I can always turn those into hangers as well. And then I can put some... Yeah, actually, let's do that. That way, let's clear that garbage out there, but that way we can have these as hangers here, and then I don't have to fill the space. And then that's the escape vector stuff. Speaking of escape vector stuff, I need to select these 2 vehicles, attributes, and I need to lock them so the player base doesn't get any funny ideas. Excellent. Alright. Seeing grass in Arma 3. Yeah, usually I take the grass out of my missions, but for that one I kept the grass because it perfectly hid the head crabs when I was testing them and going, how am I going to be able to sneak the head crabs on the players? Oh. I'll just leave the grass on, because most of my missions I just take the grass out to make it easier, but nah, not that one. Alright, let's build up the sections as we run into... Ooh. Ooh, they added HAFM in. Interesting. That's going to make the 4th mission a lot more interesting, too. All right. That means they added Blue Force ships, too. Good. Because the 4th mission is them taking over a missile base and using the missiles to blow up a few targets, one of them being a ship. But that's very nice. Sorry, got sidetracked over that incredibly based realization. Do I need all 3 there? Can I have some on active patrol? The answer is, let's just go for saving as much frames as we can. So we'll remove 1 Vic, and then I want the cars out so I can take... Do we not have a fuel? We do have a fuel. Excellent. So I'll put 1 there and then 1 here, and that's for showpiece sake. Ah, Charlotte, we're just dabbing a bunch of stuff. And then I saw you spawn in the head crabs right where I was staring, and I had a Skyrim A moment of, oh, it must have been a graphical bug. Yeah, I hate spawning things in front of players, but I do occasionally slip up. That op, I was very sloppy with my spawning, and I kind of felt dumb for it, but, you know. And yes, Jay, exactly. That's how we procrastinate. Alright, so now I need to build some sort of area... Main headquarters is too much. Training compound's too much. VIP compound's too much. Circle base, we have an L shape. The L shape isn't bad. I need... This isn't bad either. Do I have any... No, we're going to need military fortifications built up on either side and then maybe a checkpoint system. But this could be the cache building that has all of our stuff, and then this could actually be some sort of vehicle depot right here. It's going to be depleted, though, because of the convoy that's sent out to reinforce the main area. So if that's the case... How do I want to build this? If this is the supply area, having a small heliport next to it would make a lot of sense because they flow in a lot of their supplies via helicraft. So putting a fortified LZ down wouldn't be a bad idea. And then we're going to reach into ZEI here and fortify that building. And then replace the disabled ammo boxes with ones they can actually pick up and interact with. And then... Now we just need to basically build up the fortification. I need an environment tool to rip out this median. because I want this to be open so I can then put, honestly, just a shed. The industrial shed large, to be specific. That's always been my go-to for vehicle storage. But again, it's going to be empty because they took the vehicles out of it to make the convoy that's going to go and get intercepted earlier in the mission. And I'm half tempted to make a little military outpost right here for them to raid this for additional supplies. And I think I'm going to have to, thinking about the amount of supplies they actually have tied to the mission itself. So we got that going. We're going to need some sort of fortification on this side. I'm also thinking about maximum server resources. So I gotta be a little careful with how much I fortify right here, because it could be starting to teeter on the too much aspect. Have fun, Charlotte. Have fun, Schizo. Okay. Fortifications. I think they have a bunker line, but I don't want to necessarily use that. I'm going to be honest, a cargo tower wouldn't be a bad idea. You just throw that on the side right there. And then I'm going to combine it with something else. It's just how do we integrate these two pieces, you know what I mean? Pretty much like that. And then we just got to smooth out the pieces together. And boom, looks like one solid piece just with some supplies on each side. I can delete you though. Put you into there to match that aesthetic. And then that's a simple fortification that we can 360, and then we just need the checkpoints on both sides for aesthetic's sake. So one right here, a minor one. If Liru can find checkpoint. Yeah, the smalls never do it justice. You always got to go medium with these. Some of the cones I'll ditch. But yeah, it's a minor checkpoint because they're not expecting any threats. This one's going to be the heavier one because they're definitely expecting, you know, something, if anything, to come from the mainland. So they got to set it up as such. Then we can build that up accordingly. Line up the central piece. Yeah, that fence pole, they took the fence out to build it, but they forgot to remove the piece. And then I'm just trying to think, do we want to add any fortification line right here? And then how would those vehicles get out of that median? They would need to remove that piece as well. So what if we had a third piece like that? So what I need to do is remove that building. Remove some of the side details there. I want a cargo post. and 2 tiers of defense. Yeah. And again, still an airfield, so you're not going to have super duper large amounts of fortifications on it. What I'm worried about is this being a bit too tight for that entryway, but I think we can get away with something like that. And then it's just a matter of putting some additional fortifications on certain areas without anything clipping, and I think we can just get away with that. And then we can utilize the medians as a basis point here for putting down some heavier stuff. The clipping's a little bit of a problem, but... Is there anything we can ZEI on that building? If it has a military buildup, it might. Yeah. That's perfect. And then we can use that as a storage shed, too. I guess another test is going to be having to load all the CTRG stuff. And testing if the supply boxes themselves can be loaded. Okay. Hold on. Let's... Because we at least know there's going to be a transport truck brought back, so I want to at least... And even if they don't, we need to say that one was taken anyhow. We'll say that the one single CTRG dude, lone survivor man, had it just in his back pocket. Yeah, because we have this site as well. And I would delete all intel so they don't think it's intel. There should be a cost value. Cargo size, 1. Perfect. You know, actually, it doesn't matter. Hold on. I have a line of code that's going to trump that anyway. You. And just in case this one doesn't work, I can set that on you too. And that will make it carryable anyway. Now, the really fun thing of... 506 gear. Oh god, am I gonna recognize the scope I use from Vision only? Ha 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 ha. Let's see if I'm still that good. Usually it would be the M145 MGO, however, I want to see if I can find my scope. And I genuinely can't remember if it's from one of their mods or my RHS. I think it's RHS USAF, excuse me. It's not the aim point. It's not the LCAN. Running out of scopes. It might have been the LCAN. Shiitake, I think I missed it. One more look. What? I think it was an SU series. It might have also been a TA series. But it wasn't any of those SUs. No. It was... I think it was these, the 260. That's it. Yeah. Here, let's see if I still got it. The loadout's not going to be on this profile, though, because I have to switch to a specialist account instead of a Lance Corporal account. So if I hit load, it's not going to let me check. Yeah, because I don't have the official MG kits on these. And when I do Squirrel MG stuff, I do it with the 230. But... yeah, the 260. Yeah, the thicky boy. I should honestly upgrade from the 230 to the 260 because it just has more accuracy notions on it, and it's a lot easier to utilize. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. So... machine guns, 249. Definitely doing a 240 Bravo. I'm trying to think here. What other weapon systems would exist? You would know. You would be an FI. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, first off... it's not in
So,
here.
let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Yeah, this is... I remember the Javelin doesn't come up in the supply box for whatever reason. You have to do it through the other method. Now, I'm wondering, though, can I go to... get over here, Goober. How are you? You build a lot of cosplay stuff, honey? Good job. Proud of you. Hey, it's a start. Just make her pay it back. Good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Bloodwing. Ha! Yeah, you can use this Ace Interact, combine it with a tube, and that gives you a Javelin. Fun fact. What was the mod that does the mill build-up to structure? ZEI, yes. It only works on vanilla stuff, and I use it at... well, no, it works on some cup, too. It basically is a database of anyone that has submitted stuff to the author to then add to said database. But it basically garrisons buildings with stuff that pre-exists in the database, and if the structure that it's trying to read doesn't exist in the database, it just throws you an error. But I use it either to quickly build stuff, or I, take inspiration from it, build my own thing, or I subtract stuff from it to make it less fed up. But yeah, that's one way to do it. Dingo, I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing A-okay. Jay, I'm gonna keep building until I pass out on stream, to be perfectly honest. Yes, I am, honey. No, I want to work. My cider's... Yeah, it's still fermenting. Is fermenting the right word? I guess it would be, technically. No, I'm going to say there's some based people that use the 230 in there. There has to be a few smart people that know how to use that scope. No suppressed weaponry. I'm not going to do laser pointers, though. And then after Op 2, though, they get a full arsenal of anything 506 related. So it doesn't matter. But non-suppressed, I'll have to write that in the rules. In terms of weaponry, and then we have to do... Oh, boy. I don't remember what the frickin' helmet was called. Oh. Well, thankfully, I don't have to. We could just write that. Oh, speaking of, because I'm going to get yelled at if I don't include one. We'll do 2 of you. Pretty sure the PVQ is a night vision attachment. Ammo's fine, I just have to add the Grenadier ammo. I just want to put some more ammo in here. Liru can't find what he's looking for again. Lovely, that's fine. 441. Yeah, it should be fun. Come on, type. All right, and then... Oh boy, they all are tied to 506. That's not gonna be an issue at all. And they're all ranked. God damn it. We'll just, yeah. I'm not doing any DMRs, though. I'm too mean. We have an instructor, nice. I'm not doing backpacks, though. I'm too lazy for that, but that should be everything on that section. So what I want to do now is, before I put any enemy AI in, I want to just test loading and moving those crates. Hunt IR is basically a system you fire in the air, and then it gives you an orbital camera that slowly parachutes back down to the ground. Mason Wolf, if you have a mod called 3D Enhance, you can do Control-Shift-I when you have any item that has an inventory on it. And then you can just add stuff to its inventory. It doesn't have everything possible. Some items are missing, like the Javelin Tube I mentioned earlier, but it has about 98% of what you need. Took me a few years to find out that it existed. And I'm pretty sure it didn't exist in 3D for a while. They finally added it, and I just never knew. Ah, oh, crap, I forgot it's Tanoa, which means the wind is going to blow out my damn ears. Here, I'm going to delete those for now so I don't have them blow me up as I'm trying to do this testing. Oh, this is going to be funny. Item too heavy. And you can't open that. Liru might have a slight issue. If that's the case, we just move that box into one of those caged areas. Let's test that real quick. Like in here. And if you were to, for example, bring the Vic in there. Oh boy. Whose dogs are barking? Good question. We do have dogs in this mod set, though, the mod package, so I could just sneak a few in. That's why we don't skip leg day. Yeah, I did kind of put a shit ton of stuff in it, though, so, you know. Yeah. And then you can just... Alright. If that's the case, let's move that. We can put you in here. And again, it's grabbing their gear. They just gotta bring the truck over, blah, blah, blah. And just in case they lose their truck, let's go ahead and put another truck right in the supply depot, because, you know, you never know when you need a truck. Alright, that's the case. That honestly should be it for the AO. It's just in and out. A lot more of it's being done through the Zeus interface. The only thing I can think of is a little bit of an extra add-on thing for over here. And if we're going to be doing that, what we're going to want to do is build a little checkpoint system here. By the way, the mod that adds all this extra stuff is ZEC. There was also a mod a few years ago called ZEC Cup, but funny enough, Cup actually integrated it into their mod themselves, which is why you'll be able to see some stuff with American and Russian symbols when you go into the prop system, if you have Cup loaded. Fun fact. Also, why am I doing it that way? Because that's going to open up every single position, and that's going to just clutter my damn interface. Brain fart. Oh yeah, the Bio-Op series was pretty nice. It was basic, yet also complex, but it still completely changed how the player base played Arma. It made them a lot more cautious and a lot more fearful of grass. I literally turned Arma into a Pokemon game. That's pretty damn funny. We don't want to give him an APC. If I were to give him something, let's give him a scout car. I'll let him grab that. But the point is, I want to make this into a bit of a depot. And to do that, I'm curious though, do you have pre-built ammo for Operation Gambit in the sections here? Yes, my love. Yeah, okay. So if it's done drying? Mm-hmm. You got it. Cool. Ooh, they got frags. Bring the t-shirts upstairs in the dryer.
And?
What do you mean, is there an and? What?
In basket.
Yeah, those things you want me to bring upstairs.
And the t-shirts that are in the dryer.
Yeah, in the dryer currently. Yes.
Okay.
I add them to there
Yes.
and bring it all upstairs. You want me to bring both of those upstairs at the same time?
Not the blue thing.
You're gonna bring the blue thing up?
Yeah, I can bring it tomorrow. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. That's ironing.
But you iron upstairs.
I do.
So bring both of it upstairs on top of the stuff in the dryer.
You don't have to.
You claim you don't want to give me back problems.
I specifically said you don't have to bring it upstairs.
Okay, so you want me to bring it all up at the same time.
I think you and I are communicating in a very different language right now.
Ooh, it opens.
Love you, babe.
Love you too, babe. I know you're trying to kill me, but you just broke my chair.
I did not. I just popped it.
Please don't break my chair. I really like my chair.
Do you really like your chair?
Yes, please do not break my new chair.
Man, I wonder who recommended this really nice chair.
You can go upstairs now. I love you. Bye, babe. Okay. Just trying to think supply-wise. What if I cheat? We're gonna go load the first mission so I can copy a box over into this, and then we can just stick with that. What is my favorite fire team? Team leader with a GL, rifleman, an AT guy with a reloadable piece of AT, nothing too OP, and then a medic. For players or AI, but I usually don't put the players in 4-man teams. Yeah, I know, right? Sounds like she wants to give me the back pain. You have no idea. Let's see. The issue is my back has been starting to hurt, but we'll get there when we get there. Will the Half-Life mod be used on other player bases? No. Unless someone commissions me for it. No. I do have one more Half-Life mission to run, though. We're going to be playing Cage's mission on Wednesday. And then we're going to be doing a Half-Life mod on Sunday because I'm going to be using it as setting a basis for the other missions to compare to. I'm going to be honest, though. I think Jason is out of the run based off of how his op went. But I'm going to be curious to see what Cage comes up with. I will say for the next Zeus rotation we do, which is going to be in October, I'm going to put an executive rule down and say no defense ops. Defense ops are way too easy and way too boring. Unless you really know how to spice them up. Which, granted, Jason tried to do, but it fell flat because of, you know, just because one squad was left to not do anything, which happened to be my squad. But also, you know, as a Zeus, you got to react if players are set in certain positions, and there wasn't really any reaction there. Which, again, one can argue is not the Zeus's job, but at the same time, that's all part of the thingamajig, you know? Fire team, not team. I said 4 dudes, Ghost Wolf. That's a fire team. Your team lead with a GL, a rifleman, a medic, and a rifleman with AT. That's 4. Actually, I'm going to do camera integration at the end. So, let's see. I'm not going to do a static because the static can turn around and engage stuff right there. Oh, they got blue dudes. Ooh, yeah. You're right, it does say firearm. I am blind as shit. P90. Anyway. Bro, I'm tired, alright? I'm just doing nothing but making Arma ops. My brain no work. I'm sorry. Oh, armor crewman, there it is. Are we talking in-game or IRL? Because IRL would be just standard P90. I love that thing. Now, you can't really get your hands on it anymore. If you were to buy one, it would be the PS90. The only reason I've gotten my hands on one is because my family is heavily in the military and someone in my family has one. And they've let me fire it, and it's really fun. But, you know, I'm also a massive Stargate nerd, so it sent some, some shivers down my spine to use that gun. Do da do da do da do da do da do da do. I don't know why I'm just in the damn mood to put remote designators everywhere. Ooh, and then I can make Mission 4 really cool because I can just have screen caps of all the... Oh, that's going to be so based. Now. I love it.
Daddy Liru Goat.
Son of Shadow, thanks for a 67-month resub. He's also one of the OG subscribers. Daddy Liru Goat, though. Good God, sir, please. Nonetheless, thank you for all your support, broski. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. How evil does Liru want to be? The answer is yes. Oh, no, Liru, no, come on, they're children, no, Liru. Drum's gonna get so mad. He's gonna get out GL'd by a turret. that doesn't even have a person in it. Oh boy. Don't tell Drumeller. Can we get Chad in? Nah. Unfortunately, I'm only able to put him in for civilian memes. Yeah, we all know civilian grade memes are, you know, they're tougher to come by, but that's what we gotta work with. Oh my god. I was in my D&D session today though. I had a power cut though, so I missed like half of it, but the half I was there for was just wild. I got one of my teammates. I pissed him off so much that he knocked me out. And then I would just whisper third place in his ear because I was making fun of his rank. God, out of context, that sounds really dumb, but... it's pretty funny. Civilians more like walking targets, good God. This is why some of y'all will never be allowed to Zeus. I'm just saying. This is why some of y'all won't be allowed to get your hands on things. Alright? If you want to commit mass murder, don't do it to the civilians on Tanoa, okay? He was probably dumb with context. Yeah, no, yeah. But I'm also pretty stupid as is, so don't worry about it. Ooh, I could. Should I put a mortar pit in here? There's not really a place for me to put a mortar pit, though. Ah. Damn. We would be a great Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam Zeusing, it's pretty easy, though. You just let the tracker module do all the work and just watch the players as they run right into a squad of them and get absolutely eviscerated. Oh, man, that even happens to me, and I'm like, no. Come on, please. I didn't mean it. Just happened. Yeah, you're, well, yeah, we could. Don't worry about it. Why did you set up the mortar on top of our fuel silo? Funny? Oh my god. I have really dumb humor, okay? That's... Yeah. Yeah. Big boom. Big boom. Pathing. Do. Path turned on. What's left to do? Add the mission parameters into that. Yeah. Oh, duh. Hold on. Where is it? Yes. Oh man, mission 4 is gonna be so fun to freaking build. Okay, your sim's disabled. Good, because if it's not disabled, it'll start bouncing on top of it, and it's gonna look really freaking weird. Yeah. Save. Export. Also, I should no longer be... Cool. And then, of course, anything they bring back will be part of that. Just started doing missions for myself. Didn't think about putting down single troopers and linking them to one guy. What does path do when you click on it? It creates a garrison, Cortexian. I'll show you. Like garrisoning stuff in the Zeus interface. Just gotta let it load. And I'll give it a mission name. So I'll give you a quick crash course, broski. There's 2 ways you can garrison a unit. The first is you disable the path.
Let's
What
give him a
disabling the
warm
path
welcome,
does
shall
is it basically stops the unit from moving around. So, example, if I were to copy these guys, paste them, see how they're all immediately running around? That's because you enable their path. I can then take all these units, abilities, I can turn pathing back on. Boom, they all start going into a default formation around everything, as long as they have the pathing space to do so. So some of these guys, they're quote-unquote stuck because they're surrounded by objects, so their AI doesn't know how to path them back. Eventually, some of them might calculate it out, though. You gotta be careful, though. Too many units pathing at once, fun fact, is one of the biggest sources of lag you will ever have in Arma 3. Biggest sources of lag include objects with high-density particles, such as the Arma 3 vanilla rocks, too many spare vehicles because it's just too much scripts running on the vehicles themselves, even passively. Shadows is actually the biggest one out of all of them. Don't believe me, go play a Vietnam mission, turn it tonight, and put a single flare in a thick patch of trees. You will literally lose 10 frames. Or a napalm strike in a tree line. You'll lose a shit ton of frames. And then there was one more. Having a bunch of AI that are ungrouped, that all are set to their own separate thing, because each one of these consumes resources more than just having them all grouped to the same thing right there, but I digress. So, the second way you can group an AI out, or garrison them, is to disable move. Now, what disabling move compared to disabling path does is as follows. Let me actually take these 2 units out and show you. So this one has move disabled. This one has pathing disabled. Let me take a survivor out, put it in front. Both react to it. Now, let me take a survivor, get them to react to it. This guy, when you disable pathing, will still spin around and react to targets behind him. But notice this one didn't. That's because when you disable move, he physically does not move his legs. But if you notice, he turned his gun 45 degrees to the right. When you disable move, it locks the AI forward. He can turn his gun up to 45 degrees to the left or 45 degrees to the right. When you disable pathing, he can still spin around. Disabling move is really great for if you want to, let's say, lock this guy right here and you don't want him spinning around and looking at the rear. You can disable his move and he'll only look in this direction. You notice, though, he's garrisoned, so he's actually pathing over to follow the garrison lead at his angle. But if you disable his move, for example, and then we set him to that, he won't move and he'll still hold that angle. I usually only do movement disabling, though, if I'm making custom underground tunnel complexes or whatnot. Otherwise, I like to keep pathing because as a player in tunnels, I really do rely on throwing a flashbang or waiting for the AI to turn around so I can then get the jump on them and get the headshot. You also have to remember, though, if you are doing flashbangs, a lot of flashbangs, what they'll do is they'll turn the AI into a different direction. But if you have move disabled, they won't look back. They'll be permanently looking at that direction to give the player base the free kill, essentially. So it really just depends on how you build your mission, with or without those flashbangs, for example. But again, move is useful in some situations, but if you do it all the way and then your players realize they can just flashbang every hallway and not have anything fight back, you know, it's something you got to balance with. But that is my esoteric knowledge passing to you as someone that's been doing this since 2016. But anyway, looking at everything here for this mission, I think we're pretty much set. Again, go in there, hit that QRF point, go hit this, get the ammo boxes, move to that fallback point, and get set up for the next mission. No problem! Feel free to ask any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer them. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I could put we can put one more rifleman up in that tower. Not the big one, the little one next to it that only has the one reconnaissance guy on it. Or, you know, the designator. But that should be good, because you got to remember, I'm going to be spawning patrols down to reinforce the AI, which is why it, you know, it doesn't seem like there's a lot, but trust me, there's a lot. Plus, these guys have heavier body armor, so I can use less AI. It's a quality versus quantity at that point. And then again, this is meant to be a buildup of vehicles, but those are going to be going out in a convoy for the mission itself. Save, export the file, and now we're going to save as, and go make the next mission. I'm also going to start a new recording, just so I can separate these VODs out so I can, you know, start building up the VOD front log again. I'm going to wait till the screen pops up for saving, and then route it accordingly. Hold up, Dante just asked me if I want to play Darktide, which, yeah, I could use a break. I'm not going to stream my side, though, but, yeah, I can finish that and then go play more, but, ooh, boy. Here, here's how I'll wrap it up, because I wanted to do this, but I screwed this up because I accidentally doxed Bloodwing, which is why that VOD is no longer available. Fun fact. But let me show you guys what I wanted to show you last stream. One second. I just have to add a scene. Yeah, Vermintide 2 is getting an update. Darktide's getting a massive overhaul, which is quite nice. And then this will also push me back into working on the Darktide Soundbite project again. I got halfway through everything because it's, God, 1,235 audio files in that game that I was sorting. I got to about 550, and then I had to work on other things that came up. But, gosh darn it. Keep distracting myself here. Let's full screen this. I don't want to accidentally do anything else that's dumb. Cool. Just to show you guys. Transform. Stretch to screen. Okay. So this is originally what I wanted to put up for the Google Calendar. However, when you use Google Calendar, it forces people in order to see it to log into Google. So I'm converting it to a different website's calendar system, so that way you can just log in and see, or not even log in, just click on a link and see everything. But what I've been building right now is this operation slot. What we then need to build as well, after I finish building those missions, or if we get close enough to tomorrow, is the next PMC up, which that's not going to be super hard to build. I just need to add more to their document. Then I also need to advertise for the DayZ event. This block needs to be extended because Bloodwing's kidnapping me. This is going to be a White House visit. Joining a Greek entourage. And then they're stealing me for a Labor Day cookout. But then we'll be doing Karma Zeus op. I'm waiting on Muskull to send me a few more things to build that mission. I have everything I need to build it. I just don't have the units to garrison it with. Next week, we'll be going into a Half-Life op and a Zeus SOG Prairie Fire op, and then we'll be filling in for the 506. This op is going to more than likely be an oil rig op. That's 6th inmate. I'm going to be doing US versus Russia on that. And then we'll be starting the new training program. And then we also have commission jobs. Zeus has commissioned me to do a custom defense op for him. That'll be open to my Discord as well. And then we'll be kicking off our monthly Black Templar op there. And then I'm going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Might be in time for some Sunday evening stuff, though, for something called Colossal Con. But then we have a custom SOG Prairie Fire CDLC op. I think it's going to be a large-scale Oscar 8 op. And then we also have the Zeus rotation coming in. Secret Squirrel, the second Zeus mission, which we just built, will be for that. Yeah, and then that's different from the Dune DND thing. But really, the commission jobs start picking up after the 23rd. For one guy, and then another one comes in by the 1st, and then it gets replaced for the Sundays then. And then we'll also start seeing the tagged ops for the training community. Not training community, the training stuff. But again, as I work through everything, we saw Spartan come in and ask me about commission stuff, so I might have something else to fill this. But we'll see. But as you can see, it's busy. I still have to add a weekly schedule for Fridays here, because the plan is going to be to add some more training op slot stuff, and then some Friday stuff after Friday night fights to do, whether it be DayZ, something with the 5th OML, or my own community. So yeah, ain't that fun. But anyway, that is all I've got, guys. I'm going to shoot a message to Dante and probably go chill with him and play some Darktide stuff. What did Muskull send me here? Actually, I really appreciate if you could grab it and see what's missing for editors so I can give it to the other Zeuses. KK, give me 8 hours. Another not to list. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll be maybe back in a few hours because I don't plan on going to bed tonight. But otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally.